What does this letter have to do with Ty Cobb and the death of Christy Mathewson? You might know that Mathewson was one of the first 5 members of baseball's Hall of Fame. But do you know about the controversy surrounding his death just a few years after his retirement? Before concluding his final season as manager of the Reds, Christy Mathewson enlisted in the Army. And this is where Ty Cobb comes into the story. Warning, the following descriptions of war may be disturbing to some viewers. Cobb and Mathewson were enlisted in the CWS, the Chemical Warfare Service. One of the awful innovations of World War I was poisonous gas. And the Army had to figure out a way to train new recruits how to handle it. The Army came up with a plan to use celebrity instructors like Cobb and Mathewson, show new recruits how to breathe through a hose and charcoal filter mask. They'd actually put the men in an airtight chamber and give a hand signal to put on their masks. Then they'd actually put poisonous gas in the chamber. But one day things didn't go as they were supposed to. Mathewson, Cobb, and 78 others were testing in the chamber, and for some reason almost none of them saw the hand signal. This tragic event ended with 8 passing away. Cobb and Mathewson both survived, but for the rest of Ty Cobb's life, he blamed his good friend Christy Mathewson's early death on what had happened in the gas chamber that day. And maybe because of Ty Cobb's popularity, or because the story was told in his biography, this story was generally accepted for a really long time. But contrary to that story, in Mathewson's own biography, tuberculosis was wholly blamed for his death. So how does this letter come into all of this? Well, it's not only one of very few Mathewson letters ever to be discovered. As an artifact, it actually tells part of the story of the end of Mathewson's life. It was written by Mathewson to the Tuberculosis Society less than 2 years before his passing. The letter is at auction now, and it ends Sunday at REA.